All right, so today's video, we're going to be watching a Torb, a gold 4 Torb on PC playing King's Row. Torb is really strong right now, like really strong. They say, hi, this is by far my longest game I've played this season, as well as the most rounds I've reached in this game mode. I've been mostly playing Genji and Bastion this season, but the new perks for Torb had me so intrigued, I just had to learn how to play him properly, which, I mean, the perks for Torb are great. I think my biggest problem with Torb is my aim. I get very nervous in close 1v1s and just can't manage to hit a shot sometimes. I hope you get a good laugh out of my horrible aim moments. I don't know if we'll get a good laugh, but I also want to ask for advice with Torb mechanically. I tried to make good use of the spider turret perk on defense, but it never seemed to work out properly. Had better luck with the overloaded turret, but it feels like there's definitely some things wrong with my turret placement and positioning. I'd appreciate some advice, and I hope you have fun. All right, we got a Torb VOD. Very rare to get a Torb VOD going here, you know? So I am happy about that one.
Attackers in
Sniper!
Torb turret spot is interesting there to start. Because, like, they can just see that. Like, when you put a Torb turret down, I want you to think about from the other player's point of view. Do you want it right in front of you where you can shoot it? Or do you want them to have to look up into the air to find it? You know what I mean? Aim has been fine so far. What's your rank? Gold.
Someone your own size.
Now, do you see the problem I already see here? Just before, like, anything happens here? This is why I love showing people this. This is you right now. Do you see this? This is you. What's the problem? You're trying to outduel a Widow when, like, you're just, like, you can see that your shield isn't going to work and the Widow has a free kill. So just be careful. And I know that the Widow probably won't, like, punish this completely. But as you climb, that's going to become more and more of a problem. All right? So I'm just trying to, like, warn you from, like, that. Because you're trying to outduel a Widow. And, like, Torb has a hitbox that is a lot easier for people to hit than other heroes. So, out of position for this. Get a health pack and just get out. Yep. Good job. I'm not a fan of this rotation out. Go up the stairs, because like this is such a safer spot. The reason why I like you going upstairs, because if you go upstairs, you can also go this way and stuff like that. But like, you know, it is what it is. Like if you can outduel them, you can outduel them. But I'm just giving you an option. Yep. I would have liked to see you go upstairs and have a better rotation than that. Rough start, but I mean, hey, listen. Sometimes it happens, okay? Okay. Nice spam. Now keep in mind, I'm not too worried about the Widow for a second there because the Widow wasn't even showing themselves for a bit, so.
Show them what you can do. My baby's destroyed.
Just a side note, I want you to be wary of tunnel vision there. You notice how you were spamming the window, but you weren't giving yourself an angle to see where they were at main? That is where you just fall over to a Widow, just like that happened to the Soldier 76. Polpo, thanks for the 3 months of tier 1. Thank you, thank you. Good Kitsune by your teammate, though. That's just a matter of both of the teams, like, your teams are on different pages there. Where's their tank? I don't know. Up there. They're on Zarya. I'm gonna after this team fight, I'm gonna pause for a second. Somebody's like, where was the tank? But I do want to bring up a point. I'm gonna wait till we get to the respawn here. That's the situation once again. I want you to prioritize like playing corners and like not running into them. So like once you see that you lost your diva here, you just want to back up to here. Give yourself another good opportunity on the point. Never mind, a diva apparently got 2. But I want to see you give yourself more opportunity there, okay? You still lost it though, but yeah. But like Think about that. If you disengage that properly and you go back to the safe corner, your diva gets those ults and you win the team fight. Instead, they get the point, and then this ends up being a 30-minute game, where this could have already been like a 15 to 20-minute game if you just slightly work on position. It doesn't matter the rank you're in. Position is so important. All right. Yeah. Somebody said like, oh, where's the tank at too? One thing I will say, and I think sometimes people look into this too deeply with tanks sometimes, especially like Wrecking Ball, you don't always need to see your tank. Like, straight up, you don't always need to see where your tank's at. Like, if your tank isn't on your map and you don't see your tank, it doesn't necessarily mean they're playing bad. I'll have moments on Diva where I'm in their backline and you may not see me for like 20, 30, 45 seconds, but like they're not doing anything, right? So it doesn't mean your tank's playing bad either. Obviously, that wasn't the case in that scenario, but the point I'm making is like, sometimes if you don't see your tank, it doesn't mean they're just like, playing like checkers in a corner somewhere and not doing anything. And I know I've talked about that where like I mentioned with Wrecking Ball a lot of the time where it's like the perceived value of Wrecking Ball. That's also why I think that's also why Blizzard has tried to give Wrecking Ball some utility for teammates so you can see that your ball's giving you value. Like that Wrecking Ball is going in and actually giving you and providing value even though you can't see the value the whole time. Because the Wrecking Ball might be out there, pile driving people for an hour and a half and you don't even know what's going on. Anyway, sorry, I just wanted a little side note to what I was saying. Yeah.
My baby's destroyed.
Yeah, you definitely, you said you play a little bit aggressive sometimes. I agree. Reset. Go again. Yes, OWCS Asia playoffs those matches are done for today. The next set of matches start at about 1 p.m. I'll be streaming all of the matches today for OWCS. All the way through. Long day for me today. No complaints, though. I love it. Hide.
Just a little touch up.
Okay.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
There you go. So far, this has been fine. Like, I'm not really too worried about it. I'm a little bit concerned you left the Reaper behind. But I would back away, back away, back away, back away, back away, back away, back away. Okay. Okay, let's talk about this.
Turning up the heat. Reversing my turret.
Dude. This Reaper should have been dead a while ago, but also I didn't like that you were like pushing in, like trying to duel a Reaper the whole time. I want you to be careful of that. Try not to take those up close duels. You said your aim close range is bad. I don't think that's the case. I think you're just putting yourself in like really like rough 1v1s, right? Like I see you like taking these rough 1v1s that make you go into like you end up on your back foot a lot more than you want to. So play to the strength of your hero. Torb can like you can just spam from range and just like vibe. Like a Torb turret spot, for example. Like this one, the reason why this one isn't working is because it's like in the middle of their team. But like, yo, you put a Torb turret, like look at this. Right here, I found you a spot. What do you think about this? Seems good, doesn't it? Who's gonna kill a Torb turret up here in a gold game a lot of the time? See? Put it right here. Look at that. Now you have an angle. When they come through here, they have to worry about the Torb turret over here, and you can play on this side, and now you have a crossfire. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I like the... If your team was playing up here, this Torb turret spot's fine, because when they come around the corner, they have to turn their camera and look up, right? But if you put it aggressively into their team, this is what they can do because they're not worried about you. This Zarya, look at their point of view. Like, the only person who can see it is you. You're not going to kill the Zarya in time, right? It's not about the range limit for the turret. Like, this will do damage. I am more than positive the Torb turret right here will do damage to the team, okay? I'm not trying to get to kill people here. I'm having it here for when people push by, right? The idea is that you create a crossfire, see? That's the whole point of it. It's not about getting kills here. It's about that when they start to push in, they have to take care of this, otherwise they're dead. Does that make sense? And back to what I said about your positioning, you don't need to be up front to do that ult the way you just did. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to be this far up. You're playing too far up. Like your aim will probably struggle a little bit there because you're, like, look at the situation you're in. Now let's put a Torb turret in that spot we just talked about. That, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to comment on that one yet. That one's kind of intriguing, but I think they'll still kill it easily. But I'm curious now. That one's kind of intriguing. Let's see. Nah, it's already dead. Yeah, put it over here. Yeah, 100%. I was curious, but you got to put it here. This angle right here would be the best play. Or something like that. Think of angles, okay? So, like, to give you an idea, you always hear about how we reference, like, angles and how, like, as a DPS player, you want to do that. So what I want you to start thinking about with Torb turrets is not, like... I kind of explained it as making them have their camera look that way, but I want you to think of more of, like... It's like basically having the equivalent of like, a sojourn on an off angle. Like, you want a sojourn, right? Oh, they moved the turret. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I was so tunneled on that I didn't even, like, recognize the Torb turret being thrown. So good call on that one. I was tunneled to see where that was going, and I completely forgot on that one. So that one technically could work, but I still, like, you want me to, if I'm just, like, if I'm playing the game, I'll kill this Torb turret. This Torb turret will die. This one, not so much, because I have too much to worry about. This one, still in, like, a way where I can kind of, like, see it and chip away at it a little bit, like, from here. This one, you have to really go out of your way. So... Once again, think about off angles and think about how you're going to angle them, and I think that's the better way to approach it, okay? There we go. The spectator's still broken. I was minimized for a second, so there's no sound. So I can't really reverse or rewind it or go forward.
They're going to love this. They're hurting my
I'll be real with you, like... Listen, I do Torb turrets like that, too, at the beginning of the game, so I'm not going to comment on it. If you really want to, like, find a good Torb turret spot, just go up the top right stairs, go up there, throw a Torb turret up on high ground, and force them to look at it. Talking about this high ground up here. Something like that. It's really hard when you first start on a team fight to get it. That's a good Torb turret. That right there, I like that. I'll explain why in a second. Watch what they're going to do. See? That is what I'm... There you go. That was a perfect Torb turret. It was on a different angle. They didn't know what was there. They feel forced to go back, and now look at it. That thing is still popping because it's on an angle. Look at that. Look at it. See? That is what I was trying to show for you on third point. That was a perfect example of why you want to off-angle it. Look at that. That was great. I've been binge-watching my Spectating at work for 2 weeks now. Let's go. I don't know why you repaired that turret. If that one is effective at any point the rest of the game, I'd be surprised. But you have the right idea. Just not... Yeah, that's not going to... It doesn't seem as good as you thought it was, right? That's an easy kill on a Torb turret. That thing's falling over. Now, if you put it on the side hallway, maybe that gets them to turn for a second. But... Yeah, see? If your teammates won't take an off angle, at least your Torb turret will, right? You know? That's a good way to look at it.
maximum power.
I completely warmed up. Rally to me.
I think you had the same reaction I did. The slow turn? Like, what? Okay, I have to take a risk-reward play. Oh, it worked. What happened to Reaper? Okay, that's what happened to Reaper. And then you lost a duel to La Sombra. Just be careful. You don't have to take that duel. You don't have to do that. I just needed to see what happened to the Reaper. I saw them fall off the map, and I was curious. We found out what happened.
I'm overloading.
I had to see. Don't feel obligated to always take a duel with somebody. Like, you could have spammed that hallway, put a Torb turret down in the back, and you would have been fine. I'm sorry, that Sombra had 1 HP and decided to go for your back line, then... Alright, we'll take that. You'll take it any day of the week.
The battle ignites me.
Pop your ult here. Guarantee the win. Yeah, you win. Nice shot. Okay. So where are you gonna put your Torb turret? I'm trying to think. I'm even brainstorming this one. Ooh. What about like right here? Yes, this is the one. Hear me out. This is what I call an annoying Torb turret. All right? It's not going to do what, like, it's not going to get a bunch of kills initially, but you don't have many spots. But you put it in a spot like this, they have a lot to worry about. You can put it, like, right here. Yes, this box will be cover for them, but it's just going to pepper them, too. Wait, I never knew this part, like, was underneath here. This is kind of cool. Okay, anyway, going back to the Torb. Yes, you get the May skin drops, too. Yes, you get both drops. Certainly wasn't ultimate, but honestly, Torbalt's like Torbalt. I mean, I think Sombra is like fine. I don't know. I can actually kill a Sombra now, so it depends on who you ask. Depends on who you ask. No, I'm saying Torbalt's like a defensive ult, so if you use it aggressively, like, you're just using it as a way to push in. You know, it's like, it's not... That's usually how you use Torbalt. My way of describing Torbalt is it's like a third support ult. Straight up. A lot of really good, like, teams will just, like, Torbalt the ground in front of them, so that way they can't push in. It's like a support ult. That's how I look at Torbalt. Turret's gonna fall over. Once again, think about angles. You said the overload turret on third? On attack? I don't think that's a bad play. Nice Devo. I don't think that's a bad play doing the overload turret on third. Because, like, you have way less setup time on Torb. Don't have to worry. Don't get rolled there to keep that alive. I mean, you did, but, like, there was a chance you... Oh, and then your Kiriko dies to the... All right. Move your turret now, though. Like, move your turret. Like, move it. Nope, you're going to opt to repair it. Okay. If anybody was wondering, by the way, the reason why the Torb turret looked like that was because somebody actually... So what happened right there was somebody... Like, Reinhardt can stun Torb turret. So, like, the Rein charge into the Torb turret and it deactivates it. Yeah. That's why the Torb turret, like, was laying there for a second. Like, it had made that sound like it was getting, like, dazed or something, or, like, stunned. Yeah, so, and I wanted him to move the turret? Is that new? No, it's always been like that. Or at least it was, like, in Overwatch 2. I wanted them to move the turret. I still think you can move the turret back 10 feet, and it's still in a really good spot. Like, I will say a bad turret spot, going out of your way to try to keep it alive, is probably not the play. You can still have a fully offensive turret, but you can put it in an angle that isn't quite in the open. Does that make sense? Didn't know all at the end? I mean, I would have ulted the point, but, I mean, that's like a small note. It's more along the lines of, like, if you have to go out of your way to keep your Torb turret alive to the point where your HP goes from, like, 300 to, like, 10 over and over again, your Torb turret's probably in a rough spot. But rank gold. This is gold. This is a 30-minute game. 30-minute game. So. You have all your perks. I feel like you're trying to flick shot there a lot, and, like, I don't think you need to do what you're doing with that close. I think that's why you're missing sometimes, is you're flick shotting a little bit. Even that's, like, a minuscule problem. You just mentioned your close range aim. That's what I see you doing. Good Torb turret spot again, getting the right idea. Actually, it's a little bit open, but hey, if it gets a kill, it gets a kill. It's just they're going to be able to kill it this time, is all I'm saying. If they shoot at it. Nice. Good first point so far. Love to see it. Love to see it. Ooh, nice headshot. Oh, I don't think your aim is as bad as you think it is.
My precious word.
I think that, like, you just... The problem that I see from you is that you just... Your positioning sometimes is rough, and I always say that, like... In my opinion, the better your position and the better your aim gets, because you have less to worry about. So because you're constantly, like, frontlining and putting yourself in spots where you have to, like, think about 5 different things, you just, like, sometimes you forget about, like, the aiming aspect of it. Right? So... I think your aim is gonna be fine. You just need to not run at them all the time.
Make your maker proud.
The May skin you should still be getting drops for. Yes. I just have access to both drops this time. That's why like basically when you join, it's probably gonna show the Lifeweaver drop over the top. I mean, jumping doesn't heck up my aim, but it definitely makes it easier for the other team to hit you. Yep. Hey, I'm gonna title this better in a second. Hey, you know what? Sometimes your Torb turret needs to take over, okay? Taking the good spawn, still one of the best features I added to this game a while ago. All right, I'm ready. Ooh, nice help. Dude, your Diva's ult has been really good. All right, middle of the open Torb turret again. Even if you level 3 turret that, they might kill it. Okay, ult now. Yes. Nice ult location, all over the point. Good kill. Throw a Torb turret down. I'm okay with a random one there. Although I would have put it like maybe next to the box on you. But it's still alive, so hey. Hindsight, right? All right. 6 rounds from your team now, too. You love Spider Turret? Spider Turret, I mean, honestly, Overload on attack and Spider Turret on defense can make sense. So. Positioning on you. I know you didn't get rolled there, but that positioning was rough. Remember, play corners, okay? Good shot. Again, I think you're not backing up properly when you need to. I keep saying the same thing with this. Play towards walls. I'm telling you, cover is like your best friend in this game. I think you decided too long where to go. That's why I always want you to default to being near cover. Because it becomes a lot... You see, when you play cover more, it makes your decision-making a lot easier, right? Now, obviously, like, I will do that too sometimes. I call it getting stuck in the mud. That Torb turret's going to get killed pretty quickly because they saw you throw it. Okay, Torb turret spots on 2nd point defense. I got one for you. You ready?
Let's stop it.
Like right here, around here. Reason being, someone in the window can't kill it. What's that? All right, Lonnie found a keyboard. I knew I might have had a backup one. Join, but I can't, like, I couldn't even read what the text said. It was weird. Oh, I just spilled coffee all over my keyboard. I'll be back a second, chat. All right, 1 second. Oh, well. Oh, man. BB. I had the whole cup of coffee, too. So I did have a backup keyboard, chat, apparently. I did have a backup keyboard. Okay, we're good. Okay, let's head back to the Torb now. Sorry for the delay. Thanks, everybody, for waiting. Our positioning again, like I don't know what your plan is here, but this is not, yep, no. No, I'm not, this keyboard will not get anything spilled on it, okay? You know, I know where this keyboard's... No, maybe not, actually. I think I might have bought this keyboard for when I was going to go to... maybe like an event or something, and then we were told we couldn't use our peripherals or something. That's probably what it was. Okay, anyway, here we go. Torbolt on point. Change overlay? Got you. Okay, again, you're trying to do too much. This is the classic case of everybody forgets how to play Overwatch in overtime. Okay? Like, this is exactly what's happening right now, is like, you're just...
I'm overloading.
You're basically just trying to... I mean, if you're gonna ult it, don't run to the cart. But, like, I want to reiterate this again. Overtime spawns are longer, okay? Overtime spawns are longer. So, the reason why overtimes always feel really hectic is because you have a much longer spawn, which generally means you're gonna have one less team fight per point. Now, you wouldn't run to the cart like that in a non-overtime situation, so why do it in an overtime situation? Also, you're doing it again. You're trying to do too much. You're trying to run to the point to stop the point in a 1v5 and throwing a Torb turret on the roof. Again, the best way to win in overtime is to regroup and take good team fights, not 20 team fights, okay? So what that means is you need to not feed in over and over again. This is how you get rolled in overtime. All right. So you just gotta settle in overtime. And yes, you don't get extra time from checkpoints in overtime. You get longer spawns. All right, here we go. Same thing, remember, create angles with your Torb turret. But this is... I don't even, like, know where, like... The only advice I can give from this specific part was that you gotta stop running it down mid to the point over and over again 1v5. Team fights are what matter, not individually running the cart. You stand into the cart... You run into the cart by yourself, you wouldn't do that normally. So don't do it in overtime. Okay, I wouldn't say you don't do it normally. I can't say that, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, we have a 6-6 game right now, if you didn't notice. This is great. This is great. I love this. Oh, I agree. The tunnel vision on the Torb turret, I think I had pointed it out earlier, too. It's like, you don't need to, like, just go out of your way to throw a Torb turret. Remember, what makes a Torb turret good is when it's a sneaky Torb turret, right? Does that make sense? So, if they see you throw a Torb turret 20 feet above you in the air, of course they're going to get you, right? They're going to see the Torb turret. It's going to be easy to follow up. So, be sneaky about your turrets. Like you don't... But I think, like, I mean, we pretty much know that in the overtime round. You just didn't play that as well, and it's fine. Listen. You learn from those games, and you keep at it, right? Nice pick by you in the Bastion. Very good start. To your left, Cassidy. Good start. I'm okay with this Torb turret for now. It has its own cover. You got hit by the thing, so the Sojourn thing. Oh God! You said your close range aim was tough. I don't know. I've seen some good close range shots. Gotta work on your positioning. That's it. And your turret placement. And run into the point overtime. All that stuff. You know?
Installed and ready to go.
I'm ready. Behind you. Yep. Let's talk about this very quickly. All right? Again, it's overtime. All right? Normally, I'm okay with pushing up and playing aggressive. Right? Normally, I'm okay with that. You said you were not ready for the flank. Even then, look behind you. Even if there wasn't a flank there, if your team isn't all up there, you can't be either. So let's look at where you're at. It doesn't even, like, I heard the Cassidy too. I get that part, but like the point I'm trying to make is it's the game changes when you get to overtime. The way that you play the game changes when you get to overtime. So don't go up here initially unless your team is doing it together, okay? Or unless like a 1v1 against like a character that cannot beat you in a 1v1, all right? You said you suppose you got overconfident with doing stuff in the team fight before? Yeah, sorry, I was talking live for a second. So my take on this or advice on that, because that can happen sometimes to people, is this, okay? So here's my advice. Always look for a reset moment after a team fight. Whether that is you need to prepare for the overtime in front of you, or you need to go and reset aggressively with your team, always do your best to just, after a team fight, refocus, recognize the situation that you're going to have in the team fight, and then make a decision then. I get it, though. I've done that, too. Sometimes you're just popping off, you make a cool play, you got that adrenaline going, you run in, you get rolled. It happens. Remember what I say. All of the things you see in a gold game, these moments will happen in a top 500 game. They just happen a lot less. So it's okay to make those plays sometimes. It's just minimizing how much you do it, all right? That's the whole point. You just minimize how much you do that stuff.
I'm on fire. What else to do?
Team gets a huge pick, though.
Your carry is here.
Ult the point. Ult the point. Yes. Good ult. Because even if the Zarya gets a kill here, they can't push through to help the Zarya. Right? I guess they could do that, though. I guess they could do that. Truthfully, you still made the correct play, I would say. Okay. Let's see what perk you go with. I don't think you really have a bad perk decision here. If I'll be real with you, I don't think it's like a super like bad perk decision on this one. At least that's how I see it, you know?
5, 4, 3,
You're all set up.
attackers.
Can I ask you a question? Why did you do all that route to put the Torb turret there? It's not even like a huge deal. I'm just like, I thought you could just go on left side and threw it there. Or maybe you didn't know where you wanted to go. It's just different.
My precious word.
Position in. Be careful. Thankfully, that Zarya is also looking behind them, taking a different path. So I guess you're good on that side. You definitely have an aggressive playstyle. Where did that Sojourn come from? What the? Ping. Ping, by the way, ping. I don't know. I don't know if I have pings enabled or not, but make sure you're pinging that because your teammates have no clue. Yep.
Keep pushing them back.
I would just get out. Just get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Run away. Overtime spawn. Run away. Run away. Run away. Yeah, I don't. If you kill this Zarya, I'd be very surprised. You gotta get out of there. You're in overtime spawns. Watch where you're gonna spawn now. If you get out there, you're fine. Now, I can't say the same for your teammates, but watch where you're gonna spawn from now and look how long it takes. You see why I wanted you to get out? I don't even know if you get back in time.
Halo, stop them.
I don't even know if you could get back with a Lucio and a Juno speed boosting you the whole way. And that's why I wanted you to run back and play that a little bit smarter. So, listen. First of all, here's the risk reward. Okay, we're good. So, all right. So here's where I'm at, all right? You had some good moments. Like, your aim isn't as bad as you thought it was. I think you had some really good moments that are actually were really solid. So I wouldn't be, like, too upset about that one, all right? So that's the first step. All right, I want to point out that you did good in that sense, but you need to work on a lot of stuff. Your positioning was really rough at times. I feel like at times you were playing way too aggro, almost like a tank. Torb benefits from really good off-angle Torb turrets, playing further back, playing smart, and like taking these angles that make sense. So let's start putting your Torb turrets at angles. Let's start positioning in a much safer spot. Be aggressive as your team gets aggressive. Your aim will feel worse when you have bad positioning because you're constantly trying to make these plays happen. Got to be careful with that, okay? I just want to point that out. Outside of that, remember the rule of you are a tank main, by the way. Understandable. Come from somebody who's gone from tank to flex queue. I struggle with that a little bit. It comes with time. But you're not a tank. You don't have the same tank ability. You're going to have games where you're going to get away with it, but you want to set good habits, right? And setting good habits is working on playing further back as Torb. And last but not least, remember, when it's overtime, don't run to the cart over and over again. Don't just keep running to the cart over and over again. Longer spawns, play smarter, regroup. You do all that, I think you'll be fine. All right? Just remember, regroup, better Torb turret angles. You don't have to be right in front of them. Positioning. Okay? You got this. You absolutely got this. If you like this video, hit the like button. Subscribe to all the YouTubes if you haven't. Leave a comment. All that helps. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch to upload the webcam. Also stream on YouTube. Oh, yeah, if you want to stop by, we have a lot of fun. If you want to submit your own spectating, my Discord, that's where you do it. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day/night.